Hey, y'all, we're back at the Hey Renee Show, and we've got another amazing guest, a dear friend of mine, and I am so excited to bring her in and share her amazing story with all of y'all. She is an author, a coach, a spiritual inspiration, and she's also the founder and CEO of Imagine Mentoring. We welcome the amazing Latanya Garth. Hey, lady, what up, now? Welcome, welcome.
Thank
Here we
you.
are. Yes,
Yes.
yes, new levels, new life.
Yes.
I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you for saying yes. I knew you would because you had to. So I obviously know my friend Latanya. Tell the audience in your own words, who is Latanya Garth?
God's favorite.
God's favorite, of
Yes.
course. Yes.
I'm a spiritual being, so I believe that we're all spiritual beings. Um, so if anybody always asks me, well, I always get that question like, who
Yeah,
is Latanya?
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
well, let's start first with how I was created, right? So God created us in the spiritual realm. So just grateful to be a part of creating all of the thoughts that He's put into my head
Amen.
to be an author, to be a speaker, to be a mother, Micah's mom,
Micah Smile.
and a business owner.
Yeah.
You know, uh, have a mentoring program that's 15 years old.
An amazing mentoring
So
program.
grateful for all the
Oh,
things that I'm able to do,
and live.
operating in purpose.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. As on this new plateau for myself, operating in purpose.
yeah,
And doesn't it feel so good?
yes,
Yes.
yeah.
So take us back to the beginning, the moment or the situation that started Imagine Mentoring of Michigan.
Hmm. Ooh. How did Imagine start? I was working at the Detroit Job Corps Center.
Okay.
I was a test administrator there. And I would see all of these young girls like walking around cussing, just out of control. And
Sure.
I'm like, I've seen that student because I've seen their test scores, and that student is pretty bright, but
Mm,
she's adapting to this environment of different people, and that's not who she is. So maybe I should start like a girls group or something to kind of,
find out why.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I started a little girls group, and then I'm like, you know what? Let me go and talk to the center director. So at the time, the center director, he was like power figure, like, and so a lot of people at the center were scared of her,
Oh, one
like,
of
"Who's
those.
talking to
Yeah,
her?"
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I'm like,
Don't
"No,
rock the boat.
I'm gonna go talk to her because I want to find out
Oh, yeah, we need to,
why
yeah,
we don't have this type of programming here when we got 300 kids
that part.
and their
Access.
behaviors out of control,
Yeah.
right?" And so they was like, "Well, it's a hierarchy. You got to talk to this person and you got to get approval from this person." I was like, "If I see her, I'm just gonna ask her because they had this 1-day empowerment program for girls." And I'm like, "Okay, well, what happens after the 1 day?" It's kind of like the motivation versus discipline thing.
Yeah.
Like, right, I can motivate you for a quick minute, you get excited, you want to change your life, and then the next day you go back to who you are. But if you actually exercise your discipline, you will change, right? And
Ma'am.
so I said, I think the discipline piece is more important. So let me ask her what's gonna happen after this first day.
Yeah.
So I see her in the office and I said, Miss Sanders, can I talk to you for a second? Heart beating like a mug because everybody done told me not to go in there. I'm
Right,
like,
right,
I want
right.
my job. I
Yes,
got
yes.
questions.
The scary expectations
Man.
of others, right? Right?
And so she's like, what is it regarding? I said, well, it's regarding a 1-day workshop you got,
Yeah, what's up?
and I got questions. So she was like, okay, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes. So come on in. So I'm like,
Okay.
I can.
Yeah.
So I went in, I said, I see you got this 1-day empowerment program for girls. I said, what happens after the 1 day? And she was like, well, what are you proposing? I was like, well, I have a program where we actually could, introduce this program at this 1-day conference you're doing, and then we can actually, you know,
Yeah. Roll it
build
out.
this out. And so she said, okay. She said, so tell me if you can get a proposal to me, then I could work through it for you. And I said, okay. She said, well, when can you get it to me? I said, I can get it to you by the end of the week. She said, you do know that today is Thursday, right?
Oh,
So I
you
said,
said I had.
yeah, right. I didn't have anything.
I
Like,
was gonna say that was faith talk.
oh,
That
yeah,
was faith talk.
I didn't even know the name of the program.
Thank you. I was like, come on now. I know
Yeah,
you didn't have it ready. Yes.
nothing,
Yeah.
nothing at all.
But
And so,
passion, the idea, the
like,
faith.
the
Yes.
just that there needed to be some change there.
That part.
So it wasn't even like I didn't have anything. I didn't have a curriculum, I didn't have the name, I didn't have nothing.
Okay, so
So I literally went home and I put the Imagine together in one day.
the time,
One
yeah.
day. So
Ooh,
Imagine is an actual acronym. So it stands for inspire, motivate, achieve, grow, intervene, and naturally encourage those who desire change.
not know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so if we break down inspire, um, the word inspire comes from within, right?
Yes,
It's your spirit
yeah.
coming out to help other people through what you can give them, what you can
Come on
offer,
now.
right?
Yeah,
So I believe when you do that, you motivate them to be better, right? And then they'll achieve and they'll have better grades and they'll have better relationships with their friends and families. And then they'll grow and develop, right?
totally
Um,
agree.
and
And just
naturally encourage means that we coming to you real.
that part.
We coming to you authentic. We coming to you raw. It ain't no sugarcoating. Ain't nobody coming in here fake. Ain't none of that, right? And so those type of people that we have around them are going to be themselves.
Yeah,
Then we believe that when you are a mentor to someone and you're authentic and you're natural, they're gonna change because they have this example right in front of them. And if they don't, they can come for advice to get whatever they need to be better. And so that was really the goal of putting Imagine together. Just like it just came to me so instant. So I knew it wasn't me. And so that's why I always tell people like Imagine belongs to God. And that's why I always say I'm his favorite because everybody don't have the opportunity to go through adversity
mhm,
and then have an opportunity to tap into their purpose. Some people go through adversity and that's it.
that's it.
They hit the wall, they
Yeah,
stop, and then they don't look at their other avenues for
there's
me
no
to
jump back. There's
yeah,
no
to
jump back.
go, right? And so that's how it started. So I mean, I went back with the proposal, it was approved. Um at the time, I was working part-time there because I had another, position too. I was working under, Bishop Van. He had,
Okay.
Vanguard Community Development Corporation, and so I was there, and then I was also part-time over at the center, and I was just, trying to get my stuff together, and then Job Corps came and said, "We wanna contract you to run your program here." So I was just said, "No," it's like, "You don't have to pay me, like, this is a service
Oh,
to me for me
yeah,
to give to these girls because I
my
feel like they
purpose.
need it." Yeah.
Mhm.
And it was, freeing for me. It was something that I felt like I do, and I remember talking to my
Breathing, right? It's
yeah,
like you're where you're supposed to be,
yeah.
and now
I remember
everything
talking
seems
to
to
my
fall.
goddad, and he's the pastor of Fresh Start Ministry, and he said, "When you go through tough stuff, you gotta serve your way out of it." He's like, "You start serving, you'll realize your problems ain't as big as
That part.
what you think it is."
Yes.
And I didn't really pay attention to that until I started seeing these young girls, diagnosed with, HIV, um, molested by their own fathers, being kicked out of the house because mom got this boyfriend and he don't want her there because she won't have sex with both of them.
Right.
I mean, the stories and the issues
Imagine.
that I saw, I was like, "Whoa," and I didn't know that I was tasked that he gave me the task to deal with that, and I'm like, "Why me to do this?"
'Cause that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and it
Oh,
grew. It started with 15 girls, and it went to 30 girls, and then it went from once a week to twice a week. So then we went from 30 girls to 60 girls, and then it was just growing, and it was like, "This is big," and this one lady would come to you all the time, she like, "You know this bigger than you, right?"
yeah.
And I'd be like, "What?" She like, "It's bigger than you," and I still didn't understand what that meant until now.
Right. Because
Yeah,
what, 15 years
15
later?
years later.
How many schools is Imagine in?
We were in 13,
13
13
schools.
schools, and doing community work.
Right. Because that's just the day shift.
Yeah,
And so, and then there's all the events. She does tons of events.
yeah.
So please look up Latanya Garth. You will find her on all the socials. But I want to talk a little bit about that. And so, what is the schedule like for Imagine? A school day like for Imagine the schools, the week. How many girls you're impacting? What does that look like for you?
438 girls a week.
Ooh,
Well, I got a team,
bless you.
so
Shout out
yeah,
to the team.
yeah,
Right.
the team are the people that bring it, and the standard for the team is you have to naturally encourage, and I can see straight through it. So I've been able to retain my team, great team. They've been around for a long time. Same people, some of them. So,
Yes.
we go in there and we do the work and they have the heart. Yeah, you're going to make some money, but I always tell them, you got to have a heart to serve. And if you got your heart in it to serve other people,
Mhm.
it's always gonna stand, and it's always gonna be taken care of, and that's what's happening. Like, it grows, people see it, they see the need for it. Um,
That's the need.
it's a huge need, and, just we have to continue to do the work regardless of what the outcomes are, because some people get discouraged. Like, I had a friend tell me, I stopped mentoring, not with Imagine, but she stopped mentoring, because she felt like everything she was saying kind of went out the window. She
Mm,
was like, they would go home to the same stuff
yeah.
after they only see me for an hour, and I felt like what I was telling them wasn't impactful. And I'm like, it actually was. I was like, because you're planting a seed. And I said, although the seeds that they are around most of the
The
time are
weeds.
negative,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you planting that seed and you're watering it. It don't take a lot to make a plant grow. You just gotta stay consistent. So,
To show up.
yeah, that's
It's to
it.
show up.
It's the littlest
Some
things that
it's the
matter.
littlest things and for because I've often heard people wanna be perfect in the moment. We wanna be a perfect mentor. Ain't
Mhm.
no perfect
No.
nobody, so ain't no perfect mentoring.
Yeah.
But just showing up,
Mhm.
um, because you never know what's gonna happen in the moment,
Mhm.
and we're just the mentor tends to be wiser, but sometimes the mentor can be the teacher too,
Yeah.
'cause the things that these young ladies are going through that you never thought you would have to think about.
Yeah.
And so, how do you deal with that? The stress, the exhaustion, the intensity of not only Imagine's girls, but you're also a mom
Yeah.
and you have a daughter.
Yeah.
And so, how do you balance all of that?
Well, I don't believe in balance. I believe in
Ah,
harmony.
okay.
How do you harmonize all of
That
it?
part.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It works when you harmonize and not
Mm, I love
kinda do
that.
that,
Thank you.
right?
Okay. Great.
It's too much.
We're gonna harmonize. Yeah, and it hurts too
Yeah.
because your legs get
Yeah.
tired, your back's a little sore. You're trying to balance
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, harmonize.
Yeah. So
Harmonize it.
I remember, years ago, I'm a single parent. Um, but I realized that because I'm a parent, that doesn't mean that my dreams stop.
Right.
A lot of people feel like, oh, I can't go and do this and that because I have a child. No, that's why you should do it.
That part.
And what I
Motivate.
did is I said, you're going with me. I'm gonna pack you up and I'm taking you with me. My daughter was with me when I was doing Imagine and she was in my stomach. She came out knowing the proclamation.
Oh,
She knows it, like, she knows it. She knew it at before she was even 2 years old, she knew it. And so I've always been that one that'll pick her up with me and
yeah.
take her along. So now even with the stuff we teach in middle school, she's like, "Mom, you should do this, and you know what? I discovered this at school today. You should talk about." So she's the person really that's driving
Oh, I
all the
love that.
innovation and new ideas because I'm 32 years older than her, right? And so when you have somebody that's been with you since
Day
they've been,
one.
yeah,
Yes.
they can kinda help drive that, and she enjoys it. There's no pressure. It's not like I'm forcing her. She comes if she wants. She's old enough to stay at home if she doesn't wanna be bothered. But I'll give you an example. We were at a school, and a lot of the times, I can walk into a classroom and feel what's going on.
Yes.
And so one day I was in this school in Hamtramck, and I said, "You know what? We're gonna talk about importance." I don't know where it came from, but I wrote on the board, "You are as important in your life as you choose to be."
Something about
And
being in tune
yeah,
up.
I just be in tune. Yeah.
Yes. And it's like blessings. Here they come,
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah,
Yeah. Go
and
ahead.
I said, "So, what does that mean?"
Yeah.
And so they started explaining to me about what does it mean, and I said, "Well, if you feel important, raise your hand."
Okay. How many kids were in the class?
It was 18 girls,
How many raised their hand?
I think 6,
Okay.
and I was like,
But where's everybody else?
"Right."
Yeah.
So, she one girl raised her hand, and I'll just make this story short. She said, "I feel like my mom hates me." And she doesn't have any respect for me, so I don't feel important. Then had another young lady tell me, because of my culture, I don't have a voice at home. The house has to be quiet and clean when I'm there, or I'll get in trouble. So you're hearing all of these different things, and for me, it's a learning experience because I'm able to kind of see and learn how other people live, and the rules and standards that they have in their
Mhm,
household.
mhm.
It's just different from me as an African American person. My rules is my rules, right?
Right.
And their rules are their rules. And so I'm just kind of learning how this go. But my daughter was there with me. And I said, "How many of you feel like you just need a hug?" And all of them got up and raised they all stood up and they all started coming to me to get hugs and stuff. And I had to just tell each and one of them, I know that you may not feel like you're important, but you're important because you're here. Not just in Imagine, but you woke up today. You're important. And so being able to give them things that they can hold on to or plant those seeds is really important. And so my daughter comes to me and she gives me the biggest hug after. And she said, Mommy, I thank you so much. You're so nice to me. He said, and you don't treat me how these young ladies tell you that they're being treated.
Yeah.
And so it holds me accountable and it keeps me grounded because I know I can't talk to her.
Yeah.
I can't take that to her. Right? That energy that I get that might be negative, I pray that off me before I see my child or go
Oh,
near her.
that part. Good for you.
Yeah, or even when she's with me, we get that off of us.
Good, good, good. Wow, because that is a heavy
Oh, it's
it's a
heavy.
heavy
It
load.
can be heavy,
Yes, it
but it can
can
be
be.
light.
And you know what? Good that's a great segue
Mhm,
as the questions are popping up.
mhm,
Um, how do you handle those tough days? What's your tool? What's your method? What process do you go through
mhm,
when you've been in a heavy, low energies, hard situation? How do you not take that home with you? Because sometimes, because I remember having this experience, I was talking with someone and they were kinda I'm like all happy and cheerleader because 'cause I'm happy about what I'm sharing, but their, dragon eyes were giving negatives and bad juju, as I call it.
yeah,
So, for 2 days,
mhm,
I'm walking around, like, not feeling like I should, and I realized, "Oh, no, I need to go through and get that off." So,
yeah.
what do you do? Or
So, one thing I do with my daughter, we'll get on the freeway, turn up the music, and scream really loud.
Mm.
It just depends on how it just feels so
Release.
good. Oh my
Yes.
god. Yeah, we scream, and she's like, "Mom, okay, we just go
That's
crazy."
fun too.
And then, I like to dance. I watch comedy.
Okay.
I like to do things that's uplifting. So if I'm ever feeling heavy, I'll always ask the girls if they want to pray. And it's amazing how they all want to be like,
I know,
"You, I want to
right?
pray," and I'm like, "You
You
do?"
right? You're like, "Yes, yes."
'Cause I already know if we do that, that's
Yeah,
gonna,
it's already cut
it's already
through the
done.
stuff,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
yes.
So,
Cool.
mhm,
So speaking of prayer,
mhm.
or what's a favorite scripture or a favorite book or, a favorite quote that help lift you up, that help bring up your energy when, things are not quite as happy at the moment?
You know what? I really like to just I have mantras.
Okay.
Also
You do.
scriptures are good. Yeah.
Yeah.
My scripture is trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. And all thy ways acknowledge him and he will direct your path. And
Jeremiah
that's
29.
Proverbs. That's
What is it?
Proverbs.
Oh, it's Proverbs?
Yeah. Is that Proverbs? Yeah, I think it is Proverbs 3 and
Okay.
5. Yeah.
Okay, alright.
And so
Oh, I'm thinking, I know the plans
Chris,
I
I
have
have for you.
towards you, that's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's a good
Back,
one too.
sorry.
That's
Yes,
a good one
yeah.
too. But that's one of my good ones because I know that if I don't lean to my own understanding and I let him work through me when I'm in those sessions, that it ain't me. And so I can't, it'd be like, you said, I'm like, some people like, you remember when you told me? And I'd be like, I do not
I
remember
cannot.
because I know that I'm being used as a vessel for him to speak through me. So I don't remember a lot of the stuff that I
Mhm,
say. And I know it comes straight from the heart, but it's life changing.
'cause it's I don't believe that things just happen,
Hmm.
that there's no divine happening,
Yeah.
and so for each one of those to be in front of you or one of your team members,
Yeah.
getting that authentic seed sowing, high vibrating, like,
Yeah.
y'all are so lucky,
Yeah.
so blessed, just that your maybe mama's not the best,
Mhm.
maybe daddy is or just whatever the situation, but there were somebody had enough sense to put you here
Yeah.
in front of this in this
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
So, how do you work with children for the most part, but you also work with adults.
Mhm.
And so, is it different a 14-year-old from a 40-year-old giving, as a life coach, as an inspirational speaker, as just a dynamic speaker?
Thank you.
I'm such a fan. Latanya know how to raise the roof and bring the noise and get it going. So if you need someone, call her. But yeah, what's the difference? Or do you even see a difference?
I do see a difference. We mentor kids and we coach adults.
Ah, okay.
That's the first thing, but also realize that adults are a little bit more challenging because you already had your experiences. So there are some stuff you've already learned from. So you hearing it from me, you're gonna be like, "Well, that ain't, that's not how I would do it." I
Right.
would,
Yeah.
kids are like sponges, so you can kind of plant the seed into them and it can download in them
Okay.
as opposed to someone man older that's got all of this trauma or all of these situations that's happened. So it's just a lot more layers to uncover. With the kid, it's kind of like you do have some issues or some challenges where there are things that you got to uncover a lot with kids, depending on what the situation is, what the scenario is. But for the most part, you always have the adult that want to talk over you, that don't want to listen. You have the kid that'll listen. The adult has more experience, so they feel like their experience might be better than how you would approach it. Even though I'm the professional here, the expert, or
You
know it.
hired me to coach
Yes,
you, and now
yes,
you telling me
yeah.
about right, yeah.
So I tell them, like, if you
Yeah,
just want me to take your money and you tell me how you gonna do it when
yeah,
I'm trying to give you a strategy, go ahead, come on.
yeah. Yeah, it would be, "What have you done that's worked for you?
Yeah,
Because obviously you're here for a reason.
yeah. And I'm
Let
not trying to be arrogant, but
Yeah,
if it doesn't work, you come back and pay me again.
because 'cause I'll be right here." Coach,
This is
coach,
what I do.
cheerleader, yes, exactly, it's what we
Yeah.
do. Um, I remember a day we were out at a Pistons game, and this young lady walked up to you, Miss Latanya," and she had been part of Imagine, and she was just so grateful to be part of the program. But I know you have touched hundreds, if not thousands, by this hour. It's gotta be thousands of young lives. So is there one that stands out that someone through the program that really transformed? And then
Oh,
our favorite story that you have.
I got it
You
all.
got a lot of those, so yeah, share one with
Yeah.
us.
We see
It's
who
like
else.
asking you what's your favorite child.
Yeah, I kind of like try to. I'll talk about Diamond.
Okay.
Diamond was she was a work of art.
Hence the name Diamond,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But 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 also I would always encourage her to tell her story. Um, Diamond had some really deep cuts on her face. She finally actually spoke out about it this year about how um her mom and boyfriend had an argument, and he told her to pour some acid on her daughter's face. So she had acid poured on her face.
By her mother.
Yes. And so she ended up coming out of that though. Of course she's always been confident, but I'm sure it kind of played on her self-esteem.
Sure.
But what I
And just the not just the scar, but
yeah,
how the scar got there
yeah,
and who direct oh,
yeah,
Lord,
yeah.
that yeah.
Yeah, so it had to be a level of forgiveness and all of that there. Then her mother passed away. And now she has two beautiful daughters that I had the pleasure of mentoring as well. So it was this whole generation, right?
Go ahead, and you look so young.
I mean, you know,
Come on now,
but you know,
right.
and so being able to have her and then her two
Yeah.
daughters over at Warrendale was just a great blessing to be able to mentor them. And so she'll call me here and there. I need to get them in the program. I say, no, I need to talk to you because they're fine. It's you. But I mean, she's working.
Uh-huh.
She has her own house. She's providing for herself. And so, and she was one of my Job Corps babies. So the goal
Okay.
there is to become independent and self sufficient. And
Amen.
she's done that. And I have a whole plethora of stories of my girls from over there that's grown. They in their 30s. They're
I'm sure you get pulled over and
driving.
stopped often.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Time.
it's just nice to be able to pour into them and see that are
Yeah, the progression,
benefiting from what they
all
learned.
that seed sowing. Yes. Harvest time. What do you hope your daughter is learning by watching you this
Um,
imagine?
You know what? Um, I would get checks in the mail and I would make her open it.
Come on now.
Yeah, I would make her
You
open
gotta
them.
be submerged.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you have to feel it, right?
yeah.
Yeah. The
But
talking at it always
but
gonna
she's not driven like I am. Like I like to see that someone wants to invest in something that I'm doing. She don't care about none of that.
yeah.
She's the type of person, even when Christmas comes, I just want you. I don't need the gifts. She's
Yeah.
yeah.
Shout out Micah.
I
Mwah,
love her.
yeah. What a gentle
She's just a different kind of kid.
yeah.
So the stuff that makes me excited and drive me like, "Woo, I got paid today. I got to," she like, I don't care about that. But I still make her open them because I teach her, and every time she open it, I said, "You have to believe in you. I don't care if it's $50 or $5,000. You open it up, look at it. You have to believe in yourself." And I tell her the reason why I can take you on vacation or the reason why you can come home to a warm house and you can come home to a meal or we can go get something to eat is because I'm working and I'm working for you. Everything I do it for you. Her college investment fund, I let her see it. This is for you.
Yes.
This is
This
for your
conversation. Yeah.
yes. And so I work for you. If you decide you don't want this when you come of a certain age, I'll take it and travel all over the world. Right?
Without you.
Without you.
Yes.
because I want you to understand that you're gonna
Yeah.
have to go out here and nothing's gonna be handed to you. And you have to go out here and work and get it what you can get, and people are always gonna try to take something that you work hard for, but if you create something that's yours, can't nobody take it. So I try to teach her that
Mm,
through what I do and making her go with me certain places or asking her to go because sometimes she'd be like, "You got this one today," you know? She's
yes.
40.
But thank God you're that kind of mom
Yeah.
because you're that kind of spirit and you pay it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, you mentioned back to Micah opening up mail, opening up check.
Mhm.
Has funding been an issue
Due to the
with
current administration,
yes,
yeah, a
yeah,
lot has
yeah.
changed, this year.
What
But
pivots did you have to learn?
one door closed, 10 open,
Come
so
on now, high
I
five.
don't you can't worry about and this is what I had to
Okay.
realize, you can't worry about what you lost.
Mm,
You have to worry about not worry about, you have to look forward to what's coming, and even though those doors close, it's God protecting you.
come on now. Especially when you know you are working in purpose.
Yeah,
This is the reason why I am here.
yeah,
God got this.
yeah,
And every hump, hurdle,
yeah,
obstacle,
yeah.
yes, that's a
Just
perfect
redirect you.
yes.
It might be uncomfortable because 'cause I'm in a space right now where I'm very uncomfortable, but I'm being redirected, and the only way that you can get to the destination is if you're pushed to it, and it's not gonna be a smooth road. It's always gonna be some hurdles you gotta jump over
Life lessons
because
number
you have
right.
to jump over them, and that's what's gonna help you get your strength. You gotta keep pushing. You
Yes.
gotta keep running the race, right?
And this is one of Latanya's books. It's called
Keep going.
Keep Going,
Yeah.
and you got another book,
Jump.
and Jump
Mhm.
too. So go check those out as well,
Yeah.
'cause she's an author,
Yes,
and she
ma'am.
got the good juju. I just wanna give a quick shout out to Rotary. We're
Mhm.
Detroit Rotarian sisters, and
Yeah.
earlier what you said about when things get hard, when things get bad, or when things are struggling, that we look for service and how it just lifts up that heaviness or redirects it, and it puts you in a position of gratitude.
Mhm.
Oh, gratitude is such a powerful force.
Yes.
And then also, not just gratitude, but the words. You mentioned discipline
Oh, yeah.
earlier, and talking, with the girls or with, I'm sure, the young women that you coach. Um, so how has discipline worked in your life?
It
How
works
has it
great,
changed things?
great.
How do you stay disciplined? That's a better question.
Accountability.
Ah,
So just as I hold people accountable, I have people to hold me accountable, and that's how you do it. I mean, my trainer is my discipline, right? So
you put people in place,
yeah,
keep you in check.
people in
Yeah,
place that
I
I
gotta
that
get
I look up to.
huh?
Yeah. So if it's working out, if it's financial, if it's business, I have coaches in every facet of my life. I have mentors.
Okay. Ah, when you look at the girl and the women that you serve, what gives you the most hope? You
That they will work through any unresolved trauma that they have so that they don't traumatize anybody else.
and that's a perfect segue to, one of my questions is, so, the girls that are coming to class, they're dealing with their parents' trauma.
Mhm.
So how do you work through that? And also, do you talk to the parent? Okay,
If they show up,
if they show up, yeah,
it's always been a challenge. You
sure.
can go to any school and they'll say, we can put on parent meetings, but parents, a lot of them are overwhelmed. You got to think the average young lady I work with has a mother who's a single parent. Father is not around.
Yeah.
She's working. So the time that I'm available to meet, she's at work,
Mhm.
and then my mentee that I'm working with at the school, she has to go home to 3 or 4 siblings that she has to help take care of
Yeah.
until mommy get off work at midnight, and mommy is tired.
Ooh,
And then mommy got all of her other issues that she's dealing with,
yeah.
and she's not even making enough money to afford to take care of her kids. So she's not thinking about, "How do I fix trauma? I'm in trauma. I'm in survival mode. I don't care about what Miss LG gotta say right now."
Right,
I
right.
don't wanna hear that because that's gonna
Make me do something else. I
it's
got
gonna
so yeah,
hurt me,
yeah.
and, so it's just people have to actually take the time to do the work, and so, that's always been the challenge because when people women and men grow up,
Mhm.
they going to work, they not trying to do the work. Sometimes things have to happen for you to actually realize, "Oh, I need to actually do the work," right? Because people bury themselves in work instead of taking a look at the mirror and actually doing the work that they need to do to help them inside. Because it's all internal.
It's all internal. I'm a fan, you know, you're a fan of vision boards
Sure.
and going to a vision board gathering. But this year, it's not going to be a board, it's going to be a mirror.
Mhm.
And I'll put those words up there that I know I need to work on
Mhm.
just for that internal change.
Yeah.
And you're absolutely right. So that's a lot of juggling. And to see these kids get or young ladies just getting almost re-injured and re-injured and re-injured. So what tools or principles do you give the girls so as they're, you know, because they're coming to you to get all the good stuff and all the high energy, the power, and then they're going back into that low vibrating, not so loving environment. So do you give them, or rather, do you? What tools do you give them to help them deal with that?
We just recap on what they learn, and I'm like, "Meditate on that until I see you next week."
Okay.
Like, focus on what I told you until I see you next week, right? Even the proclamation, stay on that until get it,
Will you
until
say the
it's embedded in your
proclamation?
head. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Here's your camera.
Okay.
Okay, I loved it.
I will not
I will not
let my ignorance,
let my ignorance,
arrogance,
arrogance,
or fear
or fear
in the way
get in the way
of the life
of the life
I know I can have.
I know I can have.
I am somebody.
I am somebody.
I am unique.
I am unique.
There has never been
There has never been,
and never will be
never will
a
be
person like me.
a person like me.
I do not
I do not
have to
have to
pretend to be
pretend to be
someone I am not.
someone I am not.
Losers let it happen.
Losers let it happen.
Winners make it happen.
Winners make it happen.
I am a winner.
I'm a winner.
I can imagine.
I can imagine.
I will
I will
inspire,
inspire,
to motivate,
to motivate,
achieve,
achieve,
grow,
grow,
intervene,
intervene,
and naturally encourage
and naturally encourage
those who desire change.
those who desire change
Because I can,
because I can,
I will,
I will,
I am.
I am. Yes, I love it. And so the girls memorize this and they get up in front of class and they just they just keep and
So I
keep. Yeah.
motivate them. I tell them whoever get it first get $100. So
Okay.
they
I know. The driving force. Give me the money. That is
at least I
awesome.
know it's stick.
Where did that come from?
It came to me in one day, that same one day when I was writing out what I was gonna do,
Yeah. So that's 15 years old.
15 years old. Yep.
Wow. Ooh, she's
Yeah.
spreading the seeds and the principles. I love
Yeah.
it. No wonder, again, people coming up to you, Miss Latanya, Miss LG.
Mhm.
Okay, let's do something fun. Oh, what is your self-care non-negotiable on a hard day?
Massage.
Massage. I know that's right.
Yeah.
I
The
am.
minimum is 2, the max is 3. I
Oh,
go every week.
in a day
Yeah.
or for the week?
No, I go once a week.
Okay, just on a regular.
Mhm.
Okay, if we, the audience, could do one thing, be it small or whatever size, that we could do in a week, what would you ask us to do?
Donate.
Donate. Okay. Donate to the cause. And where do we donate?
ImagineMentoring.com.
And
Just hit the donate tab and it's right there.
right there. And one of the things you're very good at is your social media presence.
Oh.
Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever you are sharing, sharing, sharing. So is that just a personal energy? Because you are energy, or is that, you know, a business marketing, you know, strategic, or are you just being Latanya Garth?
Just being me.
Yeah.
I like to, post about where I'm at or what I'm doing, especially if it's inspirational, because it's a part of who I am.
It is.
So a lot of it turns into opportunities.
And that was my next
Yeah,
question.
but it's not an intent to
Okay.
turn into opportunity.
So what opportunities have come?
Oh
Funding,
man,
volunteers,
all of it,
all of it. Oh, all of it.
all of it.
Yeah. You've gotten you got a lot of blessings.
Yeah,
It's nice when people call you up and
yeah,
I got space.
yeah,
I got this. I got that. I
yeah,
just want you to have it because you're
yeah.
doing the doggone thing.
And I know it's him. That's what I said.
Yeah.
One of his favorites
Yes.
because if I believe, my parents always tell me if you go to school and you do what you got to do and you get good grades, you can do whatever you want.
Mm.
The minute you f up, that's when I'm taking all your privileges away. That's the same way he treats me. Do everything I tell you to do. The minute you decide not to lean to you leaning on your own understanding
That pride.
with me.
Yeah.
And so,
Ha!
yeah,
Yep. Yep.
yeah. Then I'm gonna take your stuff away. So I'm like, well, what you want me to do? You say, guy.
I got to go through my stuff.
Yeah, and so I serve and give when I'm led. When I'm led, I know the work that we do is purposeful and it helps people, it changes lives. Somebody could reach out to me and we'll talk to them and we'll be there. Um, but when he say put a conference together or put together a summit or put together a forum, I'm like,
You jump. You
yeah,
really do.
quickly.
I've watched you, and it just amazes me. Like, "Another one?
Mhm,
Another where are we going
mhm.
now?" Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Well, Miss Latanya Garth, Imagine founder, creator in one day.
yeah.
Wow. Never knew that. Thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you.
Your as we do here on Hey Renee, we like to inspire, educate, and motivate. Because you're right, the inspiration, it's the feeling, but that discipline to move into action, that's a whole nother leg
Yeah.
to all of this purpose-driven work
Mhm.
that we out here doing. So before we go, let everyone know where to find you, or if you've got something coming up, or all the books. She's got children's books too, not just for adults. Tell us where to find you, how to hook
You can
up,
find me.
volunteer, and donate.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can donate, volunteer, reach out if you want more information about mentoring, www.imaginementoring.com. If you want to talk to me, if you want a coaching session, if you like inspirational messages or any speeches done, you can reach out to me again at latanyagarth.com.
She's a great speaker. Oh, I've
Thank
seen
you.
you raise the roof.
Thank you.
So I know you got to go get back to sprinkling seeds and inspiring our young, and growing and coaching us older adults. So thank you, my friend. I
Yeah.
appreciate
Yeah,
it
thank you.
much. Mwah. So that's a wrap. We'll see you on the next episode of Hey Renee.